Naga Siren's going to be playing for the split push and staying out of these fights.
This early game really does mean so much to them. They've got good laning matchups, honestly. Lil and Illidan forcing Misery back. He's getting some experience, but it's a limited amount, and he's going to be slowed down here, actually.
Yeah, man, with that attack speed slow, they get so many extra auto attacks, and he's dead. The tick out, and that's your first blood. Intelligence going over to Illidan, one of the CS. And, oh, they get the clockwork again. The combination. Clear through all of that, which is why God is now level 8 to Weeha's level 7 right now. TP up to the top lane. Silencer's actually going to be able to get the kill on Eternal Levy, and that's huge. They got the tower, but immediately some of that unreliable gold is going to be taken away from the Naga Siren.
It's kind of interesting that he's gone for it. He went for it at level 6.
Oh, FNG, he's been caught. He thought he was hidden from vision, but the ward does scout him out.
Just to show you how great FNG has been doing, stacking these camps over and over
Global
again.
Silence, they're going to go for the bottom lane kill. Weehaw, he's going to die here to the Fate Bolt, but FNG is going to be the turnaround kill, so... plus, they don't lose any intelligence, which is pretty important. So a 2-for-1 trade-off. Global Silence used. Team Secret get a great fight at the bottom lane.
Oh, definitely. Killing off Illidan there is such a big deal as well, because he's like, he would have had Rod of Atos with the...
They're gonna run into him now. They'll find him right before he has it. Oh no! DK Bubbles, you need the Echo Slam. Got it. Oh, what a gigantic kill. They only make Eternal Envy lose like 200 gold, but that's still enough to stall up his relic for a full minute. Oh, and look at this turnaround. They're going to run right into Weehaw here. Illidan throws out the silence. Weehaw starts running himself away, turns around for the Light Strike Array, but Pylai is already dead. Hook shot in from Misery. Not much that can happen there. And Weehaw, they're just going to try and run him down. TP out. Do they have the burst damage? They're going to need a raise. Not in time. Weehaw gets out. Middle lane, though. Puppy's going to go down. Pew, pew. And Familiars get him.
Virtus Pro. Reaction times, but they kind of know that with the 2-man movement up to Naga Siren, there were no reaction TPs, no one to save her up there. Actually, they should probably have a 60-minute Radiance regardless.
Yeah. DK Phobos going to be caught here. Light Strike Array does catch him, and a Laguna Blade to finish him off. Weehaw now level 11.
Freezing Field and that Poison Nova. But Global Silence really messes up combinations in these fights.
That's why I feel it's so necessary for you to have. Oh, Illidan, he will be able to get the... Oh, he has to cancel his TP in order to get the kill on the Venomancer, which means Misery will pick up the turnaround kill. So that was a little awkward. He thought he was going to be able to get it and just TP back, but...
Puppy stick charges.
Oh. And you do really need experience on a Venomancer, so I could see where you're going with that.
I'm just not sure if it's too late.
Yeah, might be. The slow Rod of Atos, long range there. Light Strike Array will immediately blow off FNG as he just charges forward a little bit too. And now Illidan's going to be hit by the Laguna Blade. They will be able to finish him off. Misery is the turnaround kill. A 1-for-2 so far, but Eternal Envy, he's going to set up another combination for Weehaw, which I'm sure is going to mean another kill. The Familiars actually causing a little bit of havoc here, and it looks like DK Phobos still going to be caught here. Echo Slam gets laid out, controlling Eternal Envy, but there's just not enough mana on G right now to go for that finishing move. So he just turns around, gets another off Enchant Totem, but God has to make the turnaround play, gets one raise. Can he hit the other one here? The ensnare holding him in, he will end up going down. And that is almost a wipe. Lil's the only one to escape. The push is going to come in. Though, I mean, the hand of Midas really wouldn't be that bad because he's got to get Blink. He wants to get Veil. He wants to get him Scepter. Boots of Travel, TP in. They're going to be able to get the pick off on DK Phobos, and Lil really can't actually do much against Eternal Envy here. He's going to be going down as well. The attempted run by Illidan is coming out. Oh, Eternal Envy! He almost gets popped there, but it's not quite enough. The medallion isn't enough. Misery, though, maybe caught as looks like last right click in from Illidan just before he touches the cogs is enough. He's going to be run down by these illusions and is going to be forced to TP out. The takes damage. Oh my god! He died inside the fountain. He went down to
Radiant
one.
Jungle?
I don't understand.
Got the stun out the G and he runs himself away.
How did that happen? He went down to 1 HP and they got in the fountain. I saw him go up an HP.
This is a video game.
Farming up Ancients, that's very, very rare. Very few heroes can do that, like Shadow Shaman. We used to see that all the time where he'd use his Serpent Warns to clear through Ancient stacks, but that was like one of the only other scenarios where that would happen. So it's very efficient use of the map so far. Oh, an early stage proc on a Puppy, but Misery's going to be able to respond now. They get the ultimate out, Global Silence, but perhaps it's just a bit too light. Light Strike Array lands from FNG, who stole that earlier. They've locked in the clockwork, but
Song.
with that Poison Nova ticking away, Eternal Envy, is he going to make the song play here? He knows everybody's probably pretty low. He's going to run into Lil. Lil gets the Grave Chill out.
Look at them all, though. With a Veil plus Poison Nova, FNG is not going to die.
Chill the
Rocket
Rockets!
comes in.
Misery
million
finds them.
damage.
Now they'll catch DK Phobos as well. And this is the power of this combination. Once you get that ultimate out from the Venomancer, it's just too late. The Naga Siren will tick away at you with those illusions, the Riptide, the Radiance. And it's in. EP, you could see, had that early lead with the SF being able to farm so much, but now he may be picked off. Weeha's going to go, well, he doesn't have Laguna Blade, so he's committing pretty heavily for a kill that he can't burst down. Now he's going to be chased. FNG hoping to be able to catch up, throws out the ward, steals Crystal Nova. I always forget the name of that ability. Puppey, Rod of Atos, double slowed down here in the Fissure. Yeah, they'll get that kill.
Just keep throwing them out.
Yeah. Even that is like, that's like the worst part of Octarine Core is the 4-second downtime in Snare, and even that's so absurd. Look at the harassment they're dealing out right now between the Rocket, the long-range Crystal Nova, the wards. Everything is just running at them, and they don't have the room. Weha, he's going to be kind of caught here. FNG's going to be able to, no, nice Yule Step. He's going to turn around, Light Strike Array, kind of misses it, and will be popping. The Lina, FNG picks up that kill, and Misery, he's pretty overextended, but does get a 4-staff out right over the cliff, very slick.
Walking into Song, into all of these good initiation tools that Secret have, follow it up with Weha's level 3 Laguna Blade. They're just trying to split the map and out farther.
Weha, careful friend, you might be a little overextended here. He's fast once he regains his movement speed, and he will stay ahead of Illidan until 4-staff comes in. Another right click, oh, Weha barely survives. Meanwhile, the fight up here in the top lane, Rubik's already gone. They snare into God. They're just making sure to kite him around as much as possible to get off the Poison Nova. And DK Phobos, he's got to be dead from this one. 4-staff, whoa, will not matter. He's just going to get caught. God actually managed to take out those illusions. That was a really great play. If that saves DK Phobos, I'll be impressed, but that maybe just puts him in serious danger as he's going to be caught by another snare. Pops the BKB, turns around. Weha, what? 40 HP once again. Lil comes in from the side. He's going to go for the quick kill. As Weha.
Look at Misery.
Oh my god, Yule Scepter, don't tell me. All right, he finally loses that. But it's going to be at the cost of Lil. Misery very deep in. Lil's now going to try and get out. Turns around onto Puppey, trying to go for that quick kill. Doesn't have enough damage. Puppey will end up surviving. And looks like Illidan will get out. So they do save DK Phobos and keep God alive. They take away the Aegis in exchange for Lil's life. That wasn't a bad disengage, but how many more times can they play around that combination from Team Secret?
Yeah, the big hesitation from Eternal Envy as well. He had Ensnare up for a good 2 seconds.
Pick up the point booster. Especially given how Venomancer is a little bit limited in mana pool right now. So is he actually going BKB? Is he looking to just be able to stop that global silence as best as possible?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. This will allow him to be able to barrel in. Man, the movement speed on the Lina. They get these slows from the silencer, but it's just still never enough. Misery's going to be catching FNG here. Quick kill, should be anyways. He still ends up going out. God pops the ultimate with the BKB on the side. Global silence, buying some time, but now Puppey's going to come in from the side. He doesn't actually have enough mana, so Illidan commits for him. Managed to get the kill. Weha turns around, but DK Phobos, Echo Slam holds him in, and they will be able to catch Weha here. He commits Bloodstone Suicide, but still, it's going to be Illidan and DK Phobos trying to get out. The song cancels the TP. And DK Phobos, he's going to have to make some sort of great Fissure play if they want to be able to save Illidan, but he's immediately going to be bumped by the cogs. Illidan is going to be chased down, 4-staff over into the neutrals, but he dies as the Radiance takes him down once again. They pick up both of those kills. The Song of Siren stops, and only God is the survivor.
So,
Misery has an Aghanim Scepter, so he's willing to just throw those around. Now they're going to be able to catch him. Illidan doesn't even get the chance to throw out the global silence at your 3 tower. You're just going to chip away at all these buildings all at once.
Make or break moment. Illidan.
They got to get an initiation here, but the problem is they've been scouted. The moment Illidan moves forward, he's just going to be blown up. 4-staff to the side. He will manage to get away from that one, but Misery comes in. Oh, the cogs. He finishes off Illidan in a nice pushback on both him and God. Now Eternal Envy's forcing the ultimate in Snare, and God is actually stuck here. They're going to wait out the Song of Siren. Weeha's going to make the initiation now with a Light Strike Array, trying to blow him up. Weeha actually in some trouble, is going to lose his Aegis. No, Yule Scepter actually keeps him alive, but God will end up going down here. Echo Slam gets laid out. Eternal Envy's actually the one to fall. How is God still alive through all of this one? Weeha starts right-clicking down DK Phobos. Familiars control as best as possible. Force staff ahead of the Dragon Slave, and Weha, he's going to lose his Aegis underneath this tier 3 tower. Now Lil's here. He's back in business and looking to be able to body block up Weha as much as possible. A good Fisher block is a good thing to start. Light Strike Array gets laid out. Enchant Totem knocking out Weha. Yule Scepter, but with their good race, they'll be able to finish him off. Bloodstone Suicide towards the end, but DK Phobos and God both survive. Despite being down to 100 HP, they somehow continue on and beat Team Secret in a straight up team fight with an Aegis.
The Satanic from G. What was the time I gave him? 10 minutes from like 5 minutes ago?
Glimmer Cape goes out. Puppy still silenced up. Won't have the opportunity to get off his ultimate. Hook shot in. Misery is going to be able to jump in. Immediate force staff by Illidan. And now Misery's the one who's actually... Oh, Laguna Blade comes out, and there goes Illidan. They're going to try and catch up. God, Yule Scepter onto DK Phobos. Familiar drop. Not going to be in time to stop the combination, but maybe DK Phobos can still get off the Fisher at the very least. God held in by the Frostbite. FNG moves forward. Telekinesis, they're going to right-click down. Weha just in time. Eternal Envy not in time with the ultimate. But now they're going to have the full-out fight here. Cogs is going to push back both God and FNG with a buyback on Weha. This should be a pretty easy fight for them to take. FNG just going to try and TP out, but an ensnare catches them towards the end. DK Phobos, who did buy back earlier, has to blink himself back away now. There is a buyback on the SF. They're going to be forced into that one, but Illidan does not have one. He's down for 30 seconds.
And again, no global. This time, though, they paid for it pretty heavily. Melina forward back to come back into this fight. They're also pushing down a bottom lane. Eternal Envy making short work of the tier 3.
Oh, Echo Slam initiation. DK Phobos actually goes into the middle lane to try and finish him up. Familiar drop. They will be able to catch Weha. Nice start out, but the SF dies in the bottom lane. He's dead for 2 minutes. Eternal Envy now looking to be able to clean up these racks. Lil fighting alone as the Visage. Only so much he can do in this situation. He will die as well. A buyback. Well, they do have Illidan. A buyback on the Visage, and maybe, just maybe, they can hold. We'll see. Illidan TP's in. Goes straight for Misery. The Blade Mail's going to return a lot of damage back to him. Misery does end up going down, but now Illidan has to fight up against Eternal Envy and all of those control. But look at the familiar drops. They're actually able to keep Eternal Envy locked in. Enchant Totem, Echo Slam, not yet available for DK Phobos, so can't really take advantage of all these illusions, but they are just controlling him, kiting him around as best as possible. Eternal Envy now has the opening as the Fisher goes down, but he pops the Eye of the Storm. Now he's going to be able to turn maybe. As the Song of Siren goes out, and Puppy's going to be able to get a great ultimate here on multiple. No, 4 step away. Illidan's able to stay 1 step ahead of that one. DK Phobos frantically trying to get back to the fountain ahead of the illusions. They will be able to keep those heroes alive, but the melee racks is going to go down. Team Secret will be able to claim 1 full line of racks for all of this trouble.
They got the like-for-like trade. The Shadow Fiend and Lina both being traded off, but again, they do not have anything to deal with in Naga. She's diving fountain with illusions and killing heroes where they really should be safe.
Poor guy, he ends up going down. Puppy actually poking for more here, but this is still Illidan up with 2 of the best supporting crew he can have. DK Phobos on the Earthshaker, and the Visage ready to go. So he's got to be a little bit careful.
Shadow Fiend's still dead, 25 seconds. Weha, though, the Bloodstone bringing him back to life that little bit faster.
They'll start chipping away. These illusions are already causing so much havoc. They go for DK Phobos' illusion first because he does have that Echo Slam coming up quite soon here. It's now up as soon as they take away the illusion. The melee racks is already gone though, and Team Secret, they're going to stick around for the ranged one as well. DK Phobos is not going to be here. They're going to have to center up on the top lane of racks with the SF coming back, and Team Secret, they're actually going to stick around. They go for next tier 3 tower. The smoke up is here. Illidan looking to make that initiation alongside DK Phobos. Unable to get the blink just yet. Now makes the initiation onto Weha. Global silence immediately responded, but the Glimmer Cape is actually buying Weha time. Now the Siren gets laid out once again, and Puppy positioning himself for a big Poison Nova will be able to coat a number of heroes with the initiation on the side from Misery. He's going to be able to stall up a little bit of God. FNG, can he turn this one around? Illidan just barely managed to get the kill onto 2, but God is going to go down there, and Team Secret just running over all these heroes. They're just too damn weak. On the side of Virtus Pro, don't have the HP pool to contest with that Poison Nova. Team Secret now moving forward. They need that just last range rack, but FNG calls it. They know with only Illidan and Lil, there's not nearly going to be enough firepower for them to push back Team Secret, especially Eternal Envy, who's still operating on full HP. Team Secret finished things off finally, and will take game number 1 in the WCA Grand Finals.
That silencer pick would have worked so well against the support Naga. You know, we talk about the global silence being great at stopping the Naga Song of the Siren from resetting fights and bringing things back into control. But the fact there, like, that fight was really